Thanks to our sponsor, OneDayDecisions.com, the fastest way to settle and to get paid without court, collections, or credit damage. That's OneDayDecisions.com.
Question 1. What is your name?
David Suk.
Question 2. What's the name of your business?
SaintLuna.
Question 3. Describe your business in 1 or 2 or 3 sentences.
We are a high-end moonshine that's actually made from 95% grade A molasses and 5% rye. And then once it's distilled, we use a charred oak stave to filter SaintLuna. So you end up with just a tiny bit of smokiness on the finish.
Ooh. Question 4. What is your revenue model? How do you make your money?
Yes, we sell to distributors that then resell our product out to bars, restaurants, and liquor stores. We also do a bit of online as well.
Okay, that leads me to question number 5. Are you brick and mortar, online, or both?
We're both.
Okay, so you have a wholesale and you have direct sale, yeah?
We do. So our direct sale is a tiny bit different because most states do not allow you to actually ship liquor directly. So what we do is we work with the likes of a Drizzly or Reserve Bar or one of the online platforms that then contract with liquor stores, and then they'll ship the product.
That's a great workaround. Okay, cool. Okay, my favorite question, question 6. How did you decide to get into this business?
Yes, I thought it was an underrepresented category. So many other spirit brands have sort of premiumized a multitude of categories, and the one that's sort of been left behind is moonshine. And I just thought, how cool would it be to create something that was elegant, cocktail forward, and really paid homage to one of the first American spirits.
Okay, question 7. Why would customers choose you over your competition?
We are incredibly unique. We're the only ones out there with a 95% molasses and 5% mash bill. So what that really means is that 95% molasses is almost like a rum. So that is all the beautiful sweetness and grassiness of a rum that tends to hit the front of your palate, whereas the spicy and the pepper of that rye tend to hit the back of your palate. So combine that with a little bit of smokiness from that charred oak that we use to filter SaintLuna, you end up with an incredibly smooth and delicate spirit that makes gorgeous cocktails.
So let me just kind of move on to a 7A kind of a question. This seems to be a regionally appealing product because my understanding is that moonshine is mostly a eastern delicacy or a spirit, and that maybe the rest of the country isn't quite as familiar. So if you are based on molasses, what are your competitors based on?
So competition, it could be anything, because the moonshine, by definition, is the illegal distillation of spirits. And I just don't know that anybody's taken the category seriously enough to put strict definition around it. So moonshine could be made from corn, it could be made from wheat, it could be made from any kind of sugar source, because the idea is that you're doing it illegally under the moonlight, and it's typically fast, because you obviously don't want to get caught. So for us, there's other moonshines like Old Smoky and a number of others that tend to hit a different category. They're less expensive. They're not as high quality. And again, it's a very, very different type of a product. We're looking at creating beautiful craft cocktails with a moonshine. And to your question, though, we have a tremendous amount of success in New York, in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is also known for the production of moonshine. So I think that there are loads of pockets of places that are looking for unique, genuine spirits that make gorgeous cocktails, and that's exactly what we do.
Okay, and then just not to put too fine a point on it, but there was a time when moonshine was illegal. It's perfectly legal now.
It is, yes. Yes, we pay our taxes. We pay lots of them.
You're not outrunning revenuers in souped-up cars now.
No, we definitely are not. No, we actually pay taxes before they leave the distillery. So before it's even on a shelf, we've already paid our FET tax.
Very good. So question 8, what, if you have one, what's the exit strategy or the long-term goal for the company?
Right now, our goal is to tell our story. We're incredibly unique. It's a unique mash bill. It's a unique spirit. It's a unique position for moonshine. Ultimately, we'd love to be acquired by a bigger entity, so like a Campari or a Bacardi, and kind of fold into that portfolio. More so because that gives us a lot more infrastructure. This business is very much, you have bottles in your backpack and you are marching around to as many bars and restaurants as you possibly can in a day. And, I've run another business prior to this, and it's just no way to scale a business when you're trying to do it self-funded, and with limited bandwidth. So you really sort of need that bigger entity to come in with their relationships, their salespeople, their relationships with much bigger distributors that can help get you into multiple states. So that's ultimately our long-term goal.
Okay. Question 9, what are you doing to increase your business?
Networking as much as possible. So we are out there every single day with our backpack and our bottle of SaintLuna, trying to meet beverage directors, owners of liquor stores, and for us, our way to expand is getting on cocktail menus, creating gorgeous cocktails that people love, and then ultimately go to a liquor store to buy the bottle and replicate things at home. And unfortunately, in this particular business, there's just no easy way to do that. You are out pounding the pavement every single day.
Does someone owe you money?
Do you owe someone money? Nobody wins in court.
And everyone hates collections. You lose time and money for missing work. Be smart. Go online.
Get the matter settled now at onedaydecisions.com.
You fill out a form. They fill out a form.
One Day Decisions does the rest. The matter gets settled fast, and you're done. No court.
No collections. No lawyers.
No credit damage. No legal bills.
No staring down the other guy in court.
You could get started for free.
And you can pay what you owe on a credit card. They get their money, you get on with your life.
And it's over. Done. Anywhere in the country.
This isn't mediation.
This isn't arbitration.
This isn't court. This is getting it settled so you both can move on with your lives.
Get it done. Get it over with.
In as little as one day.
One Day Decisions, the fastest way to settle without court, collections, or credit damage.
Question 10, how do you measure your marketing success?
This is always so incredibly tough because you never really know upfront how the brand is developing. What's been super successful for us is when I'm pitching somebody at a bar and getting them to try SaintLuna for what I think is the first time. They tell me that they've seen the brand, they know the brand, or that they've actually tried the brand. And what's been pretty cool is that lately that's been happening more and more. So something we're doing is working.
Okay, so, but in terms of, are you advertising, looking on return of advertising? How do you quantify that what you're doing is the right thing? That's what our listeners really want to know.
Yes, so we do all of the typical social media. We boost our posts when we're putting up cocktail recipes and different lifestyle images. In my particular industry, though, what is probably the most impactful are two things. One is being able to do liquor store tastings, and that's getting people to try the product in a beautiful cocktail. And the other is getting onto a cocktail menu and working with whomever is behind the bar to create an absolutely fantastic cocktail that people enjoy. So we've spent a lot of our time working on that. And, to go with that, we print menus and make it look really fantastic. And that for us has been the most successful.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, and in liquor in particular, the old adage is liquid to lips. And that's really how you convert people to customers. They have to love the brand. And so we're while we're doing all of those liquid to lip type activities, we're also posting actively on social media. We work with a wide range of influencers. So when I hear somebody tell me that they have seen the brand or they've tried the brand, it means that everything we're sort of doing is working in the right direction.
Okay. Question 11. Are you profitable? Yes or no?
Yes, we are.
Good. We like that. Question 12. How many employees do you have?
I have 5 currently, and that is a mishmash, honestly, of friends that have been helping me because we're a relatively new startup. I only started SaintLuna in May of 2019. So I have somebody that manages operations. I have somebody else that manages our distillation, somebody else that manages PR and brand and mixology and all sorts of different things.
Fair enough. Okay, question 13 and 14, 2 sides of the same coin. Question 13, what has been the best decision you've made so far?
Hiring those people. I think, I think that as an entrepreneur, you have to kind of understand that there's just no way possible that you're going to know everything. And, rather than let ego get in the way, I sort of, hand the reins to, I have a chief operating officer that, does all of our finance and operations, and he kind of takes the lead on that. And, I have somebody else, Aubrey, who is our chief mixologist and head of our brand. And, she's really the veteran in this industry. And so, I lean heavily on her expertise. And, in order to scale and in order to learn an industry, you really have to lean on the people that have the expertise and trust them.
Okay, then question 14, what has been the worst decision you've made so far?
When I started SaintLuna, I spent a lot of money. I spent more money than I probably should have because I was new to the industry and I was testing what worked and what didn't work. And now being a couple of years in, there are moments when I wish I would have spent that money differently, and I feel it would have been a lot more productive. That being said, I'm also that person that believes that everything happens for a reason. So, I was able to hire Aubrey during the pandemic, and that added a whole new layer of expertise to our business. And it's helped us continue to expand distribution and learn way more about the industry than I knew before. And so I think it's just being conscious of those learning and learning from those mistakes.
Can you be specific about one particular mistake that you think you made?
Oh, sure. Tons. I mean, I went out and I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on beautiful engraved cocktail shakers and premium items that I thought would, get me noticed out in the industry. And that didn't necessarily pan out the way I thought. I hired a PR agent way before we were ready. So I was spending thousands of dollars a month on PR when I didn't have adequate enough distribution to make that worthwhile. I had gone after tons and tons of social media influencers. We were being talked about by, Nigel Barker from America's Next Top Model, the fashion photographer. He was doing videos with SaintLuna. And I had a slew of influencers out there talking about us before I had adequate distribution. So I don't think that necessarily translated in a way that was productive. Whereas if I had more distribution early on and then layered in more of those marketing activities, I think we would have seen a bigger return.
That is something I hope is not lost on our listeners, that it's pacing, it's timing, it's getting all your ducks in a row and then pulling the trigger when you know you're absolutely ready. Yeah? Absolutely. And for us, we were creating this fantastic brand online, but then nobody could find us. And when you're in a sea of everybody else doing exactly the same thing, they have a lot more money than we do and a lot more power to advertise and get their messaging out.
For us, I feel like if we had better distribution and then, say, Nigel put together a video making a cocktail with SaintLuna, then somebody can see it at a bar or see it on a back bar and go, oh, let me try that. And that would have triggered a sale.
Yeah, I think what you just said there was gold.
And it's all learning,
Yes. Okay, so question 15. You can freeball this one. What would you like to add? What didn't I ask? What would you like our listeners to hear? Have at it.
Yes, so SaintLuna is it's a craft moonshine that is incredibly cocktail friendly. We do everything from a gorgeous espresso martini to a spicy margarita that people have said is the best margarita they've ever tried. We do riffs on all of the classics, and our Instagram has a ton of real over-the-top beautiful cocktails that I'd love everybody to try. We're a unicorn out there. We're definitely charting new territory. We're unique, we're different, and I just, give us a follow on social media. And if you see us out, give it a try.
Yeah, I'm glad that you and I got to talk today because moonshine is not something that everybody's experienced with. It is something, for most people, I think it's something new. And you don't get a lot of really new stuff out there. I'm definitely going to try and figure out how to get myself a moonshine margarita. Okay.
Please do. We post all of our cocktail recipes on social media. And when people hear moonshine, there's definitely a little bit of fear in it's not going to taste good, it's going to be toxic, it's going to make me go blind. And, what we're trying to do from the quality of our mash bill all the way through to the elegant, modern, sophisticated packaging that we have, we're trying to show people that you can enjoy a moonshine just neat. You can enjoy it on the rocks. It's silky smooth, and when it's made with a quality mash bill, it can actually be pretty fantastic.
Terrific. Okay, so once more, very slowly, very clearly.
Yeah.
Give me the name of the business and the URL for more information.
Yes, our business name is SaintLuna, and we are at SaintLunaSpirits.com. And we are also SaintLuna Spirits, all spelled out, on Instagram.
Fantastic. Hey, thank you so much, David, especially for your patience and your patience for all of this.
No worries, Rob. I hope that was okay.
Oh, you were fantastic, and I appreciate it. I will be putting it all together and have you up probably in the next week or two.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, thanks, pal. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks, Rob. Okay, bye.